Alright, I guess we're in the home stretch for Gotham Knights still. Let's try to keep going and see what's next. Oh, wait a minute. What's down here? Oh, defeat a villain to earn you access to their most difficult fight. The showdown. Facing them in co-op will increase your chances of success. To begin a showdown, visit the villain's trophy in the Belfry.
These hunters, they must be the ones Talia mentioned.
I was really hoping she was wrong about that one.
Hopefully with Jacob gone...
Showdown for what, though? That's odd. If I want to refight them, that's cool.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh. But there's a specific Robin cutscene up here first, and then we'll jump outside and see what's going on outside. We have to go rescue people, apparently, that are close to us. Oh, they're playing chess together?
Looks like you have me in 5. I'll get you next time, though.
Bruce's chess set. I carved these pieces myself. I even gave the knights bat ears.
I noticed. Jason wasn't having the best game, huh?
I promoted a queen and was about to walk all over him.
I don't pick a queen when I promote a pawn.
I suppose you choose a knight then. That was always Bruce's move. A little obvious, even for him.
I like the rook, actually. It's a protector, and a major piece. But people ignore it. They get distracted by more obvious threats until... checkmate. Plus, castling is basically teleporting.
How unorthodox.
It's how Robin wins.
He feels a little bit more confident in himself. Good. Good job, Robin. Right. Says we unlocked a new color? Did we unlock a new color? Hold on a second. Let's... Oh, uniform court. That's new. Nice. But we're going with like the Tim Burton Robin look if I can help it. Alright, let's get outside now and try to see where this goes. We have to go save a bunch of people. And I guess it's all-out warfare outside now? No bueno.
We have a problem. Talia's sent the League after some of our key allies. Somehow she knows who's friendly. They need help, quickly.
I'm on it. Send me their locations.
Already done.
Contacts unavailable. Contacts will be unavailable to the games during danger. Save contacts attackers available for more. Alright, need to go save people now.
Robin, it's Lucius. The League of Shadows tried to kidnap me. I got away, but the bastards killed my security team.
Send me your coordinates. I'll be there soon.
I activated my shield to keep them at bay, but I don't know how long it'll...
Your Fox Tekka. Suspicious activity with signs of electric surges.
Whoa. Lucius doesn't just have a shield. He has a shield.
Yes! Keep it up!
Seem to learn.
Why does it want me to mark enemies? What a weird... There we go. Weird challenge. Damn.
That'll teach them.
Where do they all come from?
Go easy on me.
Incoming!
Man, all these people, I keep forgetting that you have to just pepper them with stuff in order to freeze them.
Thank you. I thought I was a goner for a second there.
How are you holding up?
I'll be fine. I called Fox Tech. Another team should be here soon. Then I'll have some phone calls to make. If I'd known what would happen.
They won't get away with this, Lucius. I promise you.
Good.
Easy.
Your ninja-looking friends have us pinned on the roof at Major Crimes. We need help.
Your backup's on the way. And by backup, I mean me.
All nearby units, please return to Major Crimes. Officer requesting backup now.
Might be easier just to do ambush takedowns versus... Oh, I don't know. Whatever. doesn't have heavy melee attack.
It's what we
With
kids
our
do best.
allies out of harm's way, I think perhaps you should return to the Belfry. The League has Dr. Tompkins cornered. She locked herself in her ambulance, but it will not protect her for long.
Hey, try this. This will be fun. Where do they all come from? Try this. Watch this.
Read 2 enemies at the same time that you would already do. We saved you too, Doc.
I'm glad I got here in time. Are you all right, Dr. Tompkins?
If I can survive the freaks, I can survive this too.
The League doesn't give up that easily. Is there somewhere you can go until this is over?
I'm not hiding. There are people out there who need help. I'm not gonna let some idiots with swords scare me off.
Fair enough. But if there's anything we can do to help, call us.
Will do. Thanks. Again.
Belfry, the League went after Jada, too. It's been handled, though.
Good job on that.
It's Robin. Let's see what happens now. What's our plan?
I've scoured all of my networks. No sign of Talia anywhere.
The League is still in Gotham. She's here. We just have to find her.
Goddamn ninjas.
So... this is weird.
Weird like undead talons coming back to life, or weird like... How do I keep losing this freaking game?
Weird, like there was this reroute situation that I was tracking. But then there were fluctuations, and now... I think I found Talia.
What were you tracking?
At first it looked like nothing, but now...
Whoa. That's a lot of power that's been siphoned. Not necessarily definitive, except...
Except?
The power was diverted... here.
Isn't Arkham empty? Like, you know... collapsed?
It has been for a couple of years. And with our missing ninja friend...
Here.
She's rerouting power and siphoning power to Arkham Asylum.
She's
Why?
only been there for a few weeks. Maybe it won't be too bad.
Or, this is a trap. She's too good to just let us find her.
But we have a lead.
We do have a lead.
Yeah.
Talia wasn't here just to mess with us. She's got something else up her sleeve.
Well, guess it's time to go back to that asbestos-encrusted shithole.
Hey, he's only 16, bro. Don't talk like that in front of him. That's what I would
We
say.
updated the board while you were out.
Thanks.
The public murder of disgraced military contractor Jacob Kane has baffled authorities now hunting for his killer. Police sources confirm Kane was under investigation for conspiracy to murder Dr. Kirk Langstrom.
Yeah,
The Gotham University professor's death had previously been ruled an accident. Police Commissioner Catherine Kane
There was a dagger in his chest.
Kane's
What?
wife. She has repeatedly declined comment in relation to the case.
Ah,
This is GCN.
Huge amounts of power being rerouted to Arkham Asylum. Investigate why. We're recommended levels 23 to 26. We're right in there right now. Momentum ability, microbot expert. Dang it. I think we're going to do some quick grinding, and then we're just going to finish up whatever the last missions are, because I do want to get those last momentum abilities before we get too deep into this. So yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to just come back to grinding. Or we're going to take a quick break, grind, and then come back to this here in a bit. It'll be a second for you, but it'll be maybe an hour for me. Alright, a couple hours later we're back, grinded up. Our gear is different. Unfortunately, we didn't keep the shinobi look because we found better armor. I don't know. This might be the very last time I look at my armor set, but we have a legendary bow staff finally. We got a legendary weapon. And we have like this suit actually has one of the best perks I've seen in the game so far, where all you do is it grants health over time after knocking out an enemy, and it gives us better defense when our health gets lower, which is really good, so it just feeds into itself. Alright, let's go see what this is about now. Reach Arkham Asylum. My car! Still wish I'd had the Batmobile, but the Bat Cycle, I guess, is what it is. Arkham Asylum. I didn't realize this place was here this whole time, actually. I thought this was somewhere else. Or that Blackgate replaced Arkham Asylum and just built on top of it. That's why, like, Blackgate was all decrepit. I guess not. So Arkham Asylum has still been here this whole time. Alright, well, let's see. I think I might have been here once before, maybe. What is Talia doing here? What is she siphoning up a lot of energy and a lot of power from around the city to here?
Belfry. Robin. Nearly at Arkham.
Received. Keep us updated.
I'm surprised I don't have like a camera on me somewhere where they can just see what we're doing.
Lights are on. Is anybody home?
Interesting. This place had no power and it's been abandoned for the longest time, but there is power flowing into the building.
Better days.
It has seen better days, Robin. It's very weird that this place is still operational. I don't know what she's doing here. Or maybe this is just her... Oh. Or maybe this is just like her base of operations because no one would come here.
The League must have set this up. But where are they now? Aside from the cobwebs and the mud, this lab looks a lot like Langstrom's.
Huh. We don't. There are tanks here filled with green goo. What are they trying to do here? Are they trying to make their own League of Shadows talons or whatever out of Dionysium?
Belfry, I found a large tank. What are we thinking here?
That is from Langstrom's research.
Yeah.
Langstrom was secretly working for the League. There's no way Talia would let his research go to waste.
Working for the League, killed by the Court of Owls. Interesting. I was about to say, we haven't done an investigation type of mission for a while.
Cooking up. Look at all these serums. This was clearly trial and error.
Mixture inside vial is especially high in Dionysium. 70% is a significant concentration of Dionysium is likely to cause extreme effects in volunteers, possibly even severe illness or sudden death. Notably low in Dionysium compared to the other serums, the formula includes an extra component labeled L. The combination L might be standing in for Lazarus. This concentration of gene recomposer used here is at a significantly higher percentage than the other serums. Volunteer injected with V24.07. LO1 survived. Okay. Notes detailing experimental trials. They appear to be written by
Why am I
Talia
not surprised?
Key text within translates to Langstrom was too focused on the Dionysium. It is well water. It held back the potential of these brave tributes, but I have unlocked the key, a new formula to unlock a new potential.
Genetic markers. Playing God is common ground for the League in Langstrom.
Promising results, however, this volunteer died after trials scrambled their DNA. Physical strength 100%, cognitive performance 100%. Okay. Volunteer developed superhuman strength as a result of the trial, but died in subsequent sonic tests. Physical strength 200%, cognitive performance 100%. Volunteer strength and intelligence is supercharged by trials. Survived sonic tests after repeated resuscitation. Double cognitive and physical strength. Subject 0. Subject strength was pushed to the highest point of human potential, but the trial results in severely decreased intelligence. Physical strength 100%, cognitive performance 2%. A kunai blade favored by Talia al Ghul. There's a similar one struck into the board back at the Belfry. Yes. Genetic marker group M. Maybe this? Mutations. It makes it difficult to separate the in between the two? There we go. Yeah. It looks like she was trying to use the Dionysium.
And supercharged it somehow. With League volunteers. The trials led to mega strength in the test subjects. So that's scary.
And they got smarter.
They were conducting sonic tests in the Manor Tower? I wonder why. Downloading the data now.
Something's going wrong. Yeah.
Belfry, looks like the power's out.
Looking at the blueprints, your best bet's a panel in the basement through an old Max security wing.
So yeah, they're using Dionysium from the Court of Owls to supercharge their own League Assassins, which were already on par with the Court of Owls to begin with. Making like super ninja assassins or whatever. God, I'm confused. Where did we go? It pointed me up like this way, but there was something up here, was there? Maybe upstairs? Oh. Public? Just this way?
Belfry, I'm sending data from the lab. Whatever we got before the power went out, anyway. Can you take a look? Let me know if there's anything we should be worrying about.
Super League Assassins?
We'll dig through the data and let you know if there's anything useful.
There's something back there, actually. What is this? It's a book. Employees, visitors, cops, state and city officials. Notable names from this one, from Busy Wednesday, include Aaron Cash, Hugo Strange, Harley Quinzel, Dr. Wilkins, Detective Jim Gordon, and various other officials. Dr. Victoria October. Let's open this door.
Batman put a lot of bad people down here.
Right?
This place is definitely haunted.
Shut up, Rob. Why would you say that?
Watching you right now.
Not helping.
You idiot. Why would you say that? You idiot. I was just thinking, like, wow, this place is for sure haunted. And he's like, oh, this place is definitely haunted. Shut up. Don't say that, you idiot. Oh, my God. All right.
And we have power.
I saw something, like, scannable down here.
Jane Doe, forever reinventing herself at the expense of others. It was nice of them to give Killer Croc his own swamp.
Oh, this is his cell. Are they labeled? Not really. It's real foggy in there for some reason. All these different cells, I just want to see who they belong to. That one's locked. Ooh.
Ugh, Professor Pig's cell.
Oh, here's the thing I thought I saw. Poetry. When getting organs, do what you must do. Get them fresh. Don't be afraid to cut through. Muscles and bone and tissue and sinew. Don't rush it, though. Think every decision through. Humans are permanent, easy. I didn't finish it. Wait, what did it say? Humans are permanently and easy to subdue. Just make sure to gag them so they don't scream at you. What's that? Oh, intake procedure. The rest of these aren't opening up? Oh, just those? Alright. Jane Doe, Killer Croc, and Dr. Pig. Sure.
Well, I can't go back that way.
There's a sword. Wait, what? Did they lock us down here? That's one of the leak swords. Uh-oh. They know we're here then.
Power's on in the tower. Turning the power on must have got...
Oh! Recharge, so good. Didn't even need a health pack for that.
Belfry, the League's definitely here, and not happy we found them.
Good. It means we're on the right track.
Yeah, that's not good. I was gonna say, they definitely know we're here because they locked us in with a sword. They don't want us to go back immediately. They want us to explore. Or they want us to buy time. They might wipe those hard drives. Oh no. We're just back in the same spot. Okay,
we find a way up from here.
Detour.
Looks like they ran power cables up to the tower.
Oh, they don't want us... Oh, I thought we were going to come back here and analyze the rest of the data, but I guess not.
The elevator. I can't believe Arkham is still standing after all this time. Whoever built the foundations did a great job.
Except this place was probably a crumbling mess, even when it was still in operation. Oh god, the radio turned on. Did that door just open on its own? Oh, it kind of did.
Former office of Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
A gift from patient Selena Kyle. Cat calendar. A painting intended to make Dr. Quinzel's offers more inviting. It was a clown. Still no reference to the Joker. Interesting. They just have never mentioned him at all in this game so far. Among the collection of psychiatric research and reference books are The Dying Mind Readers and The Highly Controversial Witnesser, all semi-reputable works authored by Ockham's own Hugo Strange. Okay, Dr. Strange is this. Or Hugo Strange, at least. Surprising that they went through this whole game, for the most part, without ever mentioning the Joker. I almost respect that.
Old oscilloscopes. Neat.
I don't know what those are. What are they doing? There's some sort of device.
What are you doing up here?
That one. And then the last one will be with this one. That's right. Come on. There we go. Okay.
Yes! That did it. They were using this to run sonic tests on the volunteers. To control them. That sound came from the lab.
Lots of bats.
Belfry here. We've run the data.
Then you've seen what I've seen. Talia has a Lazarus pit. Langstrom walked so she could run.
Precisely, but where is the Lazarus pit?
It must be close. Like, under Gotham close.
The basement of Arkham Asylum, if I had to guess? Okay, so she used Dionysian to make like a super Lazarus pit to make super soldiers, more or less.
The tank!
Uh-oh. This is empty now. There was no life signs inside of this thing, though. No biological matter or nothing. What? There's nobody inside.
Oh, no.
Oh, that ManBat thing. Oh, crap.
Easy now, Robin. It's probably more scared of you than...
That's like Dr. Langstrom, the ManBat. He wasn't actually dead. Oh, God. That's what the League of Shadows... Yeah, it's a new one. Holy crap.
something that shouldn't exist!
Ow! Uh-oh.
Oh, not good, not good, not good! Oh no!
Are you there? Report in.
We're here still. We're not dead yet.
Get Lucius on the line and send in the drone.
No, but we're
I'll meet them en
unconscious,
route.
so.
Go!
Ow. Okay. What do we want to do about the giant bat? We can't exactly store that somewhere, can we? There's nowhere really to store that thing. What are you doing? Am I concussed? She might just be unconscious.
Alfred? How did I...
You know, you really should not be fighting with those injuries.
Oh, they get injured? Like broken ribs or stuff like that?
Chaos in Gotham City tonight after another vicious attack in Robinson Park. There are reports across the city of flying creatures wreaking havoc. Police are urging
Oh, there's more than one man-bat?
and remain indoors.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my fight out there.
The others are already on patrol. Once you are ready...
I'm ready. I proved myself the moment you met me. When I figured out Bruce's identity. And Dick's too. I learned how to be a hero by serving at a hero's side. I was the Robin that Batman needed. After everything that's happened, I've become the Robin I need to be.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm certain you already know what must be done.
Talia's hiding a Lazarus pit somewhere under this city. She thinks she's about to win. I can't wait to disappoint her.
Is it a refined Lazarus pit, or is it a Lazarus pit meant to, like, make better soldiers? What is that? What do you have in your hand? Looks kind of like a briefcase. What is that? Seriously, what is that? Wait, I need to go upstairs now and see what that is. What is that? That looked like a briefcase, but like he set it down and was like, nah, not yet. What is that? Is it up here?
Police urging citizens to remain indoors until they've identified. Wait, what's that?
Other newscaster's getting attacked by a man.
Back to our report.
Check the ManBat's locations on the evidence board. Yeah, they're just everywhere now. God, ManBats are terrorizing the city and attacking citizens. They've been sighted at 3 locations: Elliott Tower, or Elliott Center, Wayne Tech, and Gotham Center General Hospital. Jesus. So we gotta stop all 3. Oh God. We're still in control of this though, because it's 24 to 25 and we're 29 now. What was he about to hand us? I don't know what that was. That might have been like a briefcase. It looked like he was about to hand us some documents, but or like the thing, or like the cowl. He was gonna give us the the suit. We can craft new stuff, but it's all just basic stuff. Still, it doesn't really matter. Okay. we're recording for about 30 minutes on the first part, and then we're recording just now. So how long has it been? Another 30 minutes, and we'll keep going. Let's get all the ManBat stuff out of the way, at least. And we'll only cut to it if there's, like, different dialogue or stuff like that. If all the fights are identical... That's weird. She made ManBats. Like, is that, like, what the serum does? It makes super... monsters?
While you handle the ManBats, we'll work on locating the source of the signal controlling them.
What a weird thing. While you're fighting the ManBats. Elliott Center, Gotham City General Hospital, Wayne Tech. It sure would help if I knew where any of those points of interest were. Oh, there we go. Elliott Center. Yeah. So, Elliott Center is over here somewhere, to our left. Sorry, citizen, but there are actual, literal monsters fighting people right now. Maybe this crime mirror here is what I'm looking for? Oh, there we go. There's...
It's Robin, the ghost of Gotham!
Oh! I like that a lot. They called me Robin the Ghost of Gotham. Thank you, random citizen, for that. I needed that confidence boost. There's lots of, like, fog and stuff like that. Oh, God.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
Your turn.
I have to use these.
Oh, they seem eager.
goodness, I actually got away from him. There we go. Jeez.
Even better than I expected.
Did it? Because that felt like it took forever. You just have to keep wailing on him with heavy attacks in order to like stun lock him, and I don't know if that's necessarily like the thing that needs to be done. Okay, the next one was supposed to be at Wayne Tech, or Wayne Tower. Gotham City General Hospital? Oh, it was here.
Time to fight.
Well, I didn't even beat the ManBat last. I actually have to beat all these guys first.
Another win for Robin.
Barely. The first one was so much harder than the second one. Oh, God.
Good news. We have a location. Pictures are coming from the cemetery.
Got the coordinates, Belfry. Let's do this.
Oh, Jesus. All right, man. These stupid bat... Ugh. Man, that was just... The fights didn't seem like they were that long, but holy heck were they... Oh, they're coming from Gotham. Or from the cemetery. Hey, we have a new suit, though! A brand new suit! I think that's the demon suit. Oh, we got 2 demon suits. 3 demon suits! Wow, I didn't realize we had so many. And we almost have all of our mental abilities up. Oh boy. Okay, let's go back to the Belfry real quick. Let's craft these suits. I want that demon suit. I like the classic getup. I've had this particular look for the majority of the games. But man, when I saw that demon suit, I'm like, yo, I want that demon suit instead, though. We look real mean with this suit on. Yeah, we do. Okay. They're coming out of the cemetery. We were right there at Arkham Asylum. We couldn't figure out that they were really just coming out of the cemetery right next to us. Oh boy. Whatever. Of course, the coolest looking gear is safe till the end of the game. Why am I not surprised? Huh. They're coming out from in here. Oh, they're coming out of the Wayne crypt. Oh, no. Wait a minute. She said there was a Lazarus pit under Gotham inside of the Wayne family crypt? What? No, leave Bruce dead. I don't want him coming back to life. Leave him dead. Please just leave him dead. Please just leave him dead. Don't Don't disrupt my dad's crypt. Wow, they straight drilled a hole through it. Oh my god. There's like this graphical error that's been happening every time I do like my slideways teleport, and it just doesn't go away. Ah!
I'm definitely giving this place a bad review online.
This is his family crypt. Dang it, they really messed this place up. Oh god. Oh. What? What? Well, there's definitely not going back up that way.
A little too far to jump. I can find a better way.
Impact the poster grapple. Aim the reticle and scan highlighted objects.
Belfry, the League left a pretty bright trail. I'll see where it leads.
Be careful. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Not only did they leave a bright trail, they really messed up Bruce's family crypts. Ow! What the hell? Oh, are we going even deeper? We're gonna lose contact with the surface like soonish. Oh, they just blow up. Just run. Screw it. Oh, this is the Bat Cave. Wait, where is Wayne Manor from here? What's left of the Batcade's oldest trophy, the animatronic T-Rex. After Batman and Robin foil the murder plot on Dinosaur Island, park owner Murphy Hard gifted the dynamic duo keepsake mechanical Tyrannosaurus later to monitor the Batcave against Extrude. Alfred had audio scanners and cutting-edge cameras installed inside the animatronic dinosaur. Wow. Okay, so no. So this is the Batcave, this huge...
I'm in the Batcave. Or what's left of it.
Ways from the cemetery. How long did the League dig?
I'm not sure, but I can't turn back now. I have to find what they're after.
Don't get lost.
I'll do my best, Belfry.
Oh man. Okay, so we are coming full circle. This is the game started here. The game's gonna end here. If I had to guess. Whoa! We have to go down there real deep. Giant penny.
That penny was dusty before the roof fell in.
Memento from the confrontation between Batman, Penny Plunderer, and Two-Face. Hey, what is that? One of Batman's earliest cases involved Joe Coyne, a convincing thief whose heist saw rare coins vanish from exhibits across Gotham, earning him the nickname the Penny Plunderer. Coyne made the mistake of crossing Two-Face in a mad scheme that involved the novelty of oversized coin. In the aftermath, Two-Face escaped. Coyne went down on the murder rap, and the coin ended up in the Batcave. Next floor down. Oh! What was that? Oh, that's what that was. You coming to my house? Guys, this is literally my house. You guys can break in, you idiots.
Every time the League appears, it feels like a step in the right direction.
I wouldn't consider that a good thing. We can go to these ones above us, but what for? Oh, so these things do... Yeah, I was gonna say... If they glow red, they're meant to be traps.
Belfry, found the League.
I'll let the others know.
Wow, I was really far away from that, and it still blew up and hit me.
Them heads.
This is my favorite part!
Ow! Oh, another ManBat. Get the hell out of here. Oh, you nuisance.
Batcave plus mana. Makes sense.
They're a lot tougher than the ones on the surface, that's for sure. Tech from the Batcave. I thought I saw the Joker card somewhere. I can't... Oh, this is the one thing in the cave I can't inspect. What the hell? They really don't want any reference at all to the Joker for some reason. They really just wanted this to be about the League of Assassins. There's like... I can't inspect it. There's nothing to scan on it. They don't even want his name written in the game. Jeez. Wow, they really wanted him out of the game. I mean, I kind of respect that. For all the previous Batman games have always just been about the Joker, but... he does have some history with the Court of Owls, so it would have been kind of cool to see him show up in it for a little bit. Even deeper? I thought we hit the floor. I guess not. Oh! underground into the cave. The Lazarus Pit is under the Bat Cave? What? Let's just use this now. Why not?
Talia brought a lot of you, huh?
But she's not here to stop us, and she's not trying to stop us. That's the thing. Squeeze through here? Yeah. Search for an exit? Yeah, we're
Robin,
really...
Explorer of caves, puncher of assassins.
We're called the Ghost of Gotham now, apparently, too. I like that. People were like, oh my god, it's Robin, the Ghost of Gotham. Yes. We are extremely deep underground. I am not surprised that our comms do not work this deep. We're like a mile under the surface. That's the direction we're supposed to go. Let's go this way. Oh! That one was booby-trapped. Anything from this one that we can see? Slides. Ow.
Check this out.
Oh! Defeat so many League members? Oh, that's cool. Very deep underground. Like, stupidly deep underground. Ow!
Let's make this happen.
We're out of the Batcave because there's no more scannables to scan. I cannot believe they did let me not scan that Joker card. And they could have not even referenced the Joker. Just be like, he was stopping a little-known criminal.
Lazarus Pit all this way.
It's not even. I'm not even surprised that they transferred water down this far. I'm just surprised that they believe there might be just another Lazarus Pit under the Batcave. We're super deep underground. I was just gonna say, this looks... Not only is it obvious, but they're leaving me just enough breadcrumbs to follow them in order to, like, see what they're doing. Man, the League of Assassins really did take everything from him. They blew up his house, they blew up the Batcave, they killed him, they defiled his family crypt, and who knows what they're about to do now. They left nothing of Bruce's legacy other than, like, the buildings of this game.
Oh, heck. Are you sure you don't want to do this the old-fashioned way? You know, without rockets?
Here.
So, that's a Lazarus Pit.
We're kind of a couple miles underground now. I was gonna say, is that Raish? Oh no, it's not. It's just Talia and some pretty sweet armor.
Your Arkham experiment's over. Shut down. Call it ethical reasons.
Did you know, child? A Lazarus Pit can be used for more than just saving people from the brink of death. It has many purposes.
Making super soldiers?
A Lazarus Pit can make a mind more malleable, more pliable to suggestion.
Okay.
So you made an army of zombies. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about more than your army. Sometimes it's about having the right general leading it.
I don't like what that implies.
Thanks.
Oh, you're implying me, yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's talking about us.
Like your precious Batman, were never able to save Gotham. I've finally solved that problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think she's talking about us. Oh, don't tell me. Oh,
Bruce?
Yeah, it is.
My father's mind was broken by repeated exposures to the Lazarus Pit. Unlike my father, I used that exposure to free Bruce's mind from his ridiculous oath. And you're right where we need you. Bruce's last test. Then we lead our new league into glory, remaking the world. Defeat this pretender. Take back the city that is your birthright.
Was he never actually dead? No, we buried a body, so they dug him up immediately and brought him here.
It's Robin! You know me!
Does he have his Batman training? Oh, he has magic powers. What? What? Appeal to Bruce. Come on, buddy, I'm your son. Pay attention.
Talia's manipulating you. You have to fight through this.
But you died, Tim. She said you died.
I didn't. I'm right here.
Oh.
You're not real.
She said we died? Oh, he brainwashed him. Oh. Instead of him dying, all 4 of us died, and he, like, that broke his will, I think. What? Ow. Ow. Like, he's slapping me around like I'm actually a training dummy here. Come on, Dad. Listen.
You always believed in me, Bruce. Even when I didn't believe in myself. Remember?
No! Don't lie!
I'm right here, Bruce. I'm not going anywhere.
What? Do it. Wait, this Lazarus pit. Oh, this is not healing me. I thought it was healing me. I was like, is it healing me? Like, oh no, it is most certainly not healing me. Oh, no, we don't want to stand here. Ooh. Oh no, I'm getting sunlocked. Get out of the way. He is just whipping me around super hard. Is he healing off of hitting me? I think he kind of is. Come on.
Damn it, Bruce! Bruce! Are you in there? Bruce!
Come on, father figure. Break out of it. It's not real.
Tim.
Oh, thank God!
Easy there.
Oh, we need to contact the surface and get him the hell out of here.
What's happening to me?
It's a long story. There was a Lazarus pit under the Batcave. We found the Court of Owls. Your Uncle Jacob is the leader. Well, was. The court's at war with the League. And since Raish is dead, Talia took over. She's been throwing you in the pit and pulling you back out to wear you down.
Too much info. Too much info. Too much info.
You found the Court of Owls.
Oh, that was the big takeaway from that. Yeah.
Bruce. We're working so well as a team.
Oh, we beat him up pretty badly.
No, 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 no. Don't give in. That's what she wants.
This pretender pulls you away from me. Come back to me, beloved. Yes. Good.
Stay away from him!
Again? No! Ugh.
You were to be my champion, not his.
Oh, don't tell me we brought him back alive just long enough for him to die again.
You can't die again. Gotham's not ready.
You're ready. You were always smarter than me, Robin.
Don't die, Bruce. Please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, we want us to fight Talia by ourselves? Oh, I guess that was just like a mortal wound.
I ever could.
Jump back in the pit, Bruce. Yeah, we're fighting her now.
More comes your way, Robin. Tonight will be your end. You will never succeed.
Oh, goodness.
There's something. Nothing can stop me. This is your last fight. You are not strong enough to defeat me. Oh, did that hurt, Tim? Try your best. You should just give up.
Come on. The camera's fighting me. Finally. Ugh, the camera kept fighting me over and over again. We need a lock-on feature here. Is there somebody else here with us?
Tim Drake. I'm about to watch a careless Robin be torn to pieces by a parliament of owls.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I just saw somebody show up. They're not probably not here for me.
The fault is with you, Talia Al Ghul. Your abomination led us here. And now you and it will die.
You will never bring death to an Al Ghul.
Oh no.
Now to end this.
Oh. Oh boy, a part 2? Oh no. Ugh.
Stop me from delivering Gotham.
It would for sure help if I had a lot more health packs than just the 3. It's just gonna be one of those trial and errors, unfortunately. We'll probably just cut to the winning fight when I eventually get to it.
You will never defeat me. You children will never learn. Try your best. No matter how you try, you cannot defeat me. Tonight will be your end. Behold, weakling. There's something special for you. You will never interrupt my plans again. You cannot outwit me.
Finally. Ugh.
Seems my beloved did train you well.
It is over. Now to our spoils.
A new voice, huh? That didn't take long.
Take heart. Your death has purpose. You die, so the court lives forever.
There is no time where I let you get a Lazarus pit.
Go! Deal with the permanent.
Oh, the Batwing is still up there? Oh, it's about to happen. No, don't sacrifice yourself. Come on.
All of you grew without me. Become your own heroes. The knights that Gotham really needed. Together, you're stronger than the Batman ever could be. I'm so proud of all of you. And I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
You might want to run.
Really? We're just gonna leave him behind? And he's just gonna, like, launch that Batwing straight into the pit? Oh, man.
It was never the criminals of Gotham that scared me. It's you. The rich want more. Politicians who pander to your reckless demands. Police who hurt the people they're supposed to protect. You're not gonna get this Lazarus pit. Because I won't let you.
Dang it, we still didn't get a chance to save him. Oh man, nobody even knows you saw Bruce alive because we lost comms underground. Crap.
In the cave. Destroyed the Lazarus pit. Now that it's gone, the Court of Owls has mostly vanished. Without a shot at immortality, they know they're vulnerable. They'll lay low and regroup. Talia is also nowhere to be found. She's hiding somewhere and planning her next move. She left behind a small team of League assassins. I don't know if they're here to watch us or keep us busy. Knowing Talia, it's both.
Oh, man.
We've found the wreckage of the Batwing.
Again.
He's gone. Gotham City still needs me. The court will act like nothing happened. But I'm still watching. And I'll make sure they know. Bringing Jacob Kane's crimes to light was just the start. The Court of Owls is at war with the city and its people. And they're not about to stop. But they are done hiding inside Gotham's walls. Because when I find them, they'll have nowhere to hide. People of Gotham, I know you won't let fear control your lives. And I am giving you my word that you will never have to.
There we go. There's the knighthood costume. I was like, when do we ever get the really cool costume at the end? I was like, oh, it's the last costume we get. Hey, we got our own, like, ending cutscene. That's cool. Nice. Very nice, indeed. And our credits are just Robin. That's super cool. It would be kind of cool if it was cutscenes from, like our actions in the game as well. Like, our costumes that we had throughout the game. That would be dope. But no, it's just like a B-roll for Robin. Whatever. But it's finally over. Oh, man, that sucks. We didn't even get to tell everybody that we found freaking Bruce alive, only to have him die again? For real? Damn. Is this B-roll now for my stuff? Because, yeah, that's my costume I wore when I was at Arkham Asylum, actually. I'm actually, like, I kind of want to watch just because I want to see if it'll show me more of what I was doing with the armor I was wearing throughout the game. Like, I kind of want to keep watching, but I also kind of just want to skip it. Ugh! Like, that is what I was wearing when I went to go talk to Lucius for the very first time when I saw that Batwing thing. Like, the glider. I was also wearing that when I was here, too. Weirdly enough, when I went to go fight the court for the first time. Oh, man. That costume is rad. It just sucks that you can't craft it. I would like to change the colors on it. Do I want to skip it? I kind of don't want to skip it. And that's what I was wearing when I went down there the first time, too. Oh my god, it's so weird to see me in all, like, the weird costumes I had throughout the entire game. It's so good. And, we lost... I don't think these are, like, the actions I was doing at the time of when I was doing this, though. What was I wearing then? Yeah, I was wearing the skater jacket for sure. I love that skater jacket. What is this theme song too, by the way? I wonder if it's just for Robin, like him like being the younger dude, so they play like pop rock or whatever. Ah, yes, when I was at Kane Tower, that was the Red Robin suit I was wearing too. I know like that skater jacket look was like, it was brief in the credits, but I was wearing that for the majority of the game, honestly. Aw, yeah. That costume was super cool. If it had bat ears, it's Batman. He's standing on top of the bow staff, that's pretty good. And they're back at Arkham Asylum wearing the skater jacket again, like an updated version of it, different color scheme, slightly different armor. The giant man-bat thing, oh god. The Robo-Dinosaur when we're back in the Batcave. Oh yeah, oh they just went to the Clayface stuff? Okay, sure. Yep, there's maybe we're in this skater jacket again because we were doing that when we were fighting Clayface. Harley's thugs and goons. Yep, there's a skater jacket again. The Mr. Freeze fight, oh god. There's a skater jacket. Again, it showed briefly in the main campaign, but no, I wore that thing for the majority of the game. Oh, God. Oh, we can just increase the speed. Yeah, okay, that was all the production things they were going to show us, I guess. Aww. Oh my god. Okay, it's finally over. Gotham Knight. Yes. Can keep case file 08, Head of the Demon. And we got the Gotham. We have the suit now, the knighthood suit. Ooh, that's a nice looking suit right there. If I had to admit it. Let's just go back to the Belfry. Return to the Belfry to progress. Progress what? Let's just go to the Belfry real quick. I just want to see what does happen. Yeah, let's just end the nightly patrol. Nobody else got a chance to say goodbye to Bruce. That's the thing that's really crappy. I really wish everyone else had a chance to be there, even if it was only in a cutscene, but they only got to see me.
There's new information on the board.
I will look at that here in a second, but I just want to see the gear we have, the suit, Thrill Seeker suit, crafting. Can I not? I can't craft this suit. Oh, that sucks. It's just a transmog suit. Oh, man. I really wanted to see what the suit looked like when you could, like, what other styles there were. Dang it, it's just stuck like that. I mean, I guess. What does it say? Alright, well we have the transmog look, but what is this over here?
Reports of another seismic event.
There we go. There is a final cutscene. Let's see what it is.
If you're watching this.
Oh. What are you doing?
I'm Batman.
I was like... what a bunch of ass.
Really, Dick?
Alfred had dinner ready an hour ago. How many versions of this are you gonna make?
Let me check.
In the event of my death at the hands of Crazy Quilt? Seriously? What about the event of my death? Of starvation?
Hear that? You're neglecting this poor kid.
You promised we'd have dinner together as a family.
You guys start, I'll be right up.
Oops. My hand slipped. But now you're up, so let's go.
This is important.
Would you just go? Or is I forgot to eat and starve to death on your list of videos?
I mean, if you want some advice on being dead, I got you covered.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
You're gonna need my password.
Am not.
No. Dude, she's Oracle. She used to run your Batcave for you. She probably already knows your password.
You're always looking out for me.
Oh, that's like the last conversation they had as a group, I'm assuming. Man, oh, that's a real sad note to end this on, though. They had to drag him upstairs to come socialize with the family. So that was the spoiler. Yeah, we almost did.
We got a second chance to say goodbye. That's more than you get with most people.
Yeah.
But it's not fair! What Talia did. How are you not angry about that?
Oh, I'm furious at Talia. For everything. And someday, I'll make sure she's held accountable for what she's done. But Bruce wouldn't want me to be angry right now. He'd want me to carry on. Like he'd want all of us to.
Yes, true. I guess that's true for Batman. Damn, though, that was, like, okay, so what I was saying before is, spoiler alert, that was the spoiler I saw way back in the day, and I was like, wow, Batman is not dead, they just, like, somehow made it out of there no problem. But, no, I guess he actually is super dead. Oh, man, he actually didn't stay alive. Darn. Okay. I mean, overall for the story,
Bruce is at peace now. Is that weird? That's probably weird.
He died twice. That's not really your usual definition of at peace.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Overall, I think with the story going the way that it did, it was a pretty good story. I actually kind of thought they would bring Bruce back from the dead, and that he would live once again, but no, they, like, left him dead. Like, no, he's actually dead, guys. Like, there's no coming back from that. He's dead. Don't go looking out for him, because that's for sure not happening now. And I guess that's how the... Congratulations. Your investigation is complete. All case files have been closed. Gotham is safer than some time. But now that it's over, now that the story has had a chance to wrap up, we'll just have to see what happens with the rest of the game. Well, not the rest of the game, but the rest of the story. I don't know if this game did very well enough to, like, warrant a sequel. I don't know what the sequel would be about. Obviously, I found it very bold at the fact that they just went out of their way to ensure that the Joker was never mentioned on any level whatsoever. Not even the giant Joker card in the Joker basement. That was pretty sweet that they managed to, like, never bring that up, ever. That being said, maybe the next game will be about that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Overall, the story was pretty good. I think the gameplay and some of the gameplay management, resource management stuff was kind of cumbersome. It was getting really in the way of a lot of things, to be honest. And I'm not too sure how I felt about that, but the 4-player co-op thing, I think it'd be better if they did a lot more of drop-in, drop-out multiplayer, for sure. And they definitely limited themselves and they made it a 2-player only game. And the camera fought us way too frickin' much. I am not gonna lie, that is definitely one of the biggest pet peeves of this game that anyone's gonna have. The camera, especially in that Talia fight, holy hell, that camera was fighting us so much. And having a lock-on feature of any kind would have been extremely useful. The fact that there was not one was really hurting us in the very end of the fight. That being said, I think that the game, story-wise, I would give it, like, a good, 7 out of 10. It's pretty good story overall, just for them sticking to their guns and leaving Bruce being dead. I think that was pretty impressive, too. I almost thought that they were going to bring something out up here in this little, like, area where they were going to mention something, but I'm not too sure. But Bruce, really? I don't know.
Going out in the blaze of glory things seriously.
They're talking again about Bruce. Overall, yeah, the story, it was pretty good, actually. I liked it a lot. It was good. I'm just kind of hoping that if they do make a sequel, they do some other interesting stuff. The Court of Owls, they could keep expanding on that if they really want to. I kind of like the Court of Owls as an enemy, but the camera makes them fighting them cumbersome. Some of the systems in the game, as far as resource management, like I said, was a little bit cumbersome too. And the whole getting new suits and finding new suits and stuff like that, it would have been a lot, like, mod fusing and stuff like that. Like, this barely helped at all throughout the entire game. I think it maybe helped once. Would have been better if we could buy our mods and buy our suits from somewhere with our currencies, because look at all this quote-unquote salvage I have to, like, build what? I don't know. It's just... it's just stuff and things and things and stuff that I've barely ever seen throughout the entire game, like this salvage screen, and I've barely been paying attention to it. And like, we could have used this stuff easily as resource management, or even just money to buy our suits from Lucius or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, if there is a new game, we have to cut down on our resource managements for sure. I think the whole having enemies that only can get stunned by certain different damage types was pretty cool. However, interrogating people seems kind of cool in retrospect, but then like you go through certain missions where you're like don't even care about stopping the crimes. You just want to interrogate the one enemy and then get the hell out of there and just go on to the next crime. Having to go back and forth between the Belfry and the streets just to reset the day also seemed kind of cumbersome, because I don't want to just like abandon the night and just go back home and then come back out and whatever. That seemed a little bit cumbersome too. The whole email thing too, I mean, it's whatever. If you want some laughs from them just talking smack to each other and them just them talking smack and whatever, I mean, that's there too. That's kind of cool, but you can probably do away with that. I'm not sure what kind of resource management that needed for that. The whole dynamic between the 4 kids was also really cool. I like that a lot. Their banter back and forth was really good. Again, I do wish that if not having a co-op player coming in with you, it would be nice if there was like an AI component too, like they did in the other Arkham games, where maybe during certain missions or whatever you can call upon, or maybe that can be like an ultimate ability where like during certain missions you can call upon one of your teammates or one of the other knights to come help you with certain things. Even if it just made the encounter more difficult, like yes, you get the extra help, but like having the AI bots with you would just make it even harder. But that would be nice too. I don't know. Overall, my time with the game, it did seem kind of long in the long run, but I'm glad that it's over. I had fun with it. I don't know if I would necessarily come back and play it on my own and do another playthrough on a different character. Definitely not for a video. I wanted to play through as Robin. I got what I wanted out of Robin. He was definitely the right choice for me, just because me and him, I relate to him way too much, and I like the idea that he was the underdog. He was flashy initially, and I like that flashiness to him, but overall mechanics of the game and as far as how things run in the game, also another mechanical thing too, everyone getting like their own unique mode of transportation, where Robin gets like teleportation and Nightwing gets like a glider, or I don't even know what Nightwing got. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. But everyone not having the ability to glide from building to buildings like freaking Batman, also big hamper on the city. Also, this thing not running at 60 frames per second is also a big thing too. You can definitely tell when you're on the street in your motorcycle. Like, also, like, just like in any of the other, I'm gonna keep bringing up those other games even though this company did not make those other Arkham games. The ability to glide through the city as Batman was one of the best parts about that. Just like how web swinging through the city as Spider-Man in the Spider-Man games is the best mode of transportation. Nobody wants to be on the street level in their bat cycle, especially if it seems like it chugs, and if it like is seemingly, I don't know, even if it's seemingly like moving slower. Like the bat cycle's cool and all, but it would have been nice if like the day and night cycle happened a little bit more often, where maybe you could go into the city and like you can get like the dusk, you can get midnight, you can get, you know, this or that, maybe different weather besides it just always raining. Maybe it was snowing, maybe it's just really hot and humid, maybe it's really foggy. Those kind of things would have made the environment and traversal thing a little bit more better. And maybe like the bat cycle, I mean the bat cycle's cool, but like again, all 4 characters having the ability to glide to and from places would have been much better in my opinion, and the bat cycle being there for when you want it. So yeah, the mechanics of the game as far as how you do things in the game, your currency management, your mode of transportation, your gear management and stuff like that, I'm gonna give that around a 6 out of 10. It's good. It's a little bit above average, but there's a lot of things weighing it down, and that can really hamper stuff. Especially no lock-on feature. The camera's buggy. The camera fights you sometimes. Way too much, you know, crafting materials for barely ever crafting a suit. with enough of this stuff. Like, man, I was stuck wearing the same suit for the majority of the game up until like the very end. So it would have been nice if you could actually craft far more suits earlier on, and then when you found a look you wanted, you can just keep crafting better and better suits with just that suit's look from the initial get-go, and then you can just keep making it better at that point. And maybe you can be stuck with this one, like, let's say like the knight suit, but then the more you upgrade it and the more you craft it, the cooler it starts to look over time. And that would have been better. And maybe like the different styles you can unlock, maybe each suit having a couple different styles besides just the 3. Maybe being able to place your emblem somewhere different on your chest, and maybe able to move it around, maybe being able to mix and match certain different looks here and there would have been interesting as well. And also the color mods too. I don't know how difficult it is to give us like they gave us like colors, like iconic Charlie, like the 4 palettes and colors like that. I would rather be able to pick like, hey, what do you want your main color of your whole body to be? What do you want the secondary, the tertiary, the 4th main color of your armor to be? Like, all these fixed styles seems kind of lame in my opinion, to be honest. So again, that all this customization stuff with the other systems kind of drags it down to a 6. Gameplay wise, the game was kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the idea of beating up people and, you know, solving crimes and playing out the story. I think they could have done more with the detective stuff. Those kind of sections are few and far between, weirdly enough. They had some weird, you know, detective stuff, puzzle solving and things of that nature. We probably could have done a little bit better with the puzzle solving. The Sudoku puzzle in Kane Tower was the one that stood out to me the most, just because, like, wow, that only came up once and never again. And just being able to do more puzzle solvey stuff, and maybe to do some actual detective work and not just like lining dots here and there. Being able to, like, I know like in Batman, what is it called? There's Arkham Knight, there's Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, then there's Batman, like the Year 1 Batman game, where there you could actually like do like the 3D renders of the crime scenes and kind of put together stuff and kind of actually do detective work. God, it's really gonna bug me now because I don't remember the name of that game. But like in that game, they had the best detective work in the entire series of being able to like fast forward through scenes. You kind of got that in Arkham Knight as well, but I think they stole that from that. But I don't. Oh, Arkham Origins, yes, Arkham Origins had that detective mode stuff like in that game. So for gameplay wise, we'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It not running at 60 frames per second really sucks. Better puzzles would have been better. I like the spooky nature of the Court of Owls, especially when we were stuck in that one labyrinth scene. I think if they could have really leaned into like the spookier nature of the Court of Owls, that would have been a lot better. And maybe just kind of like some of the best moments of the Arkham games are always like those scarecrow sphere missions or whatever like that, like you being afraid. But also inducing fear in your enemies would also have been a better mechanic as well. So, yeah, 7.5 out of 10. The story was pretty good. I don't have a lot of critiques on the story. I like their banter going back and forth. They really did feel like a family/team, so that's good. I'll probably give the story, you know, about an 8.5, almost a 9 out of 10. I like the story a lot. I like that I got to play as Robin. I really wish I don't regret not switching between different characters, because I think if I did that, I would have gotten a partial story from everybody and getting a partial look into how everyone felt about Batman being gone. So sticking with Robin, it really felt like I was connected to him, and you really got to see how he's struggling to live up to, you know, the reputation of being the sidekick that, you know, he has the least experience, he's the youngest, he doesn't know as much as everyone else. He's incredibly intelligent, sure, but he is still a rookie when in comparison to everyone else, and he has a lot to live up to, and everyone's looking at him like, hey, did you make it out okay? Yeah, you did. Okay, good. You're back home safe and sound. Like, yes, I didn't die in the night. I was able to come home and hold my own, and it would be really cool it was the right choice in my opinion to stay as Robin the entire way through. I like that a lot. So I think overall, with the story, the gameplay, and the game mechanics with the game, I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. It's good. I definitely don't think... I think if I was switching between different characters the entire time, I think I actually probably would have had less fun with the game, and it would have felt way more grindy. In the next game, if they ever do make a next game, simplify your currencies, simplify your methods of getting gear, give the players more control over the gear they wear, and maybe let them, you know, buy stats throughout the entire game, and maybe explain things a little bit better. They did have a training section, but they didn't really explain what the different status effects are. The mod system barely did anything as far as I could tell, and you know, there's just a lot here, but they need to simplify it and just distill this for the next game if they do make a next one, and just give us far more customization, give us far more variety of enemies and gameplay, and just keep doing more. Like, let's do another game like 3 years into the future where everyone's been doing this without Batman for at least like 3-ish years, and now we have to, you know, keep going on with different enemies and stuff like that. And again, narrow it down, focus your systems, go away with the cumbersome gear system and the leveling system and the ability system and stuff like that, and give us the ability to have drop-in, drop-out co-op. And if not drop-in, drop-out co-op, at least let us have the ability to bring in the AI teammates and have us like interact and have some banter more with us. Like, almost have like a party system where you are playing as one of the main heroes, but then you can bring one of the other 3 with you, and each of them provide like a utility for that character, kind of like they do in God of War. Like, yeah, Kratos is the main character, but you have Atreus providing you backup in the background, and you can have him like they're helping you with stuff, and that can be that too. Maybe if you want like more of a ranged helper, you can have, you know, Red Hood, and if you want someone who can brawl with you, bring Nightwing, and if you want someone who's really brings a lot of utility, you can bring Batgirl, and if you want someone who's really good at crowd control, you can bring Robin with you. You know what I mean? So do something like that, and I think if you really did that, you would really have something solid here. And also just greater diversity. And again, greater diversity of gear, good looks, character development, better gear system, a better ability system, actual co-op. If you have all that, you would have had a badass Batman game, for sure. I had fun. It was good. Wasn't great. I had a good time, but I didn't always have a good time. That's the best way I can put it. So this playthrough's over. I don't know what we'll be doing next. Destiny, the next season of Destiny is coming up soon. I wanted to do a playthrough of Midnight Suns. I don't know if I'm going to do that still, just because those Firaxis games take a really, really long time. But if I do one, maybe I will. I might do a scary game next. I don't know, but we will see. But until next time, guys, I'll see you around.